Hello and welcome to our first episode of post Stormblood, actually. And you may notice I changed my glamour. Yes, this is the glamour that I will be using for now, because I don't know what kind of gear and outfits that you can get in Shadowbringers, but this is going to be my glamour for the rest of Stormblood and the beginning of Shadowbringers. Also, I like to headcanon that this chest piece right here, like the middle part, you notice how it's like kind of weirdly put? I like to imagine that under it is just kind of like almost like a chest window, you know? Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say. You can have your own opinions, but yep, this is the outfit. This is the outfit that I'm going with until I find better gear. But enough about me. Let's begin with our first post-Stormblood quest. Arnvald's adventure.
Come to see how we're getting on?
Yeah, I just wanted to check up on you. See how you're doing with the new, occupation.
We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address.
And that would be?
Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here.
I see.
Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion. For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future. But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches. The Reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Oh my goodness.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Ah, there you are. I've been searching all over for you.
Oh really? What's up?
Don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me?
Yeah, sure. Sounds important.
I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure?
And you feel the need to ask?
After all, we were adventurous before we were scions, were we not?
Yeah, of course.
After routing the Imperials and liberating Alamigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots?
I've been meaning to do more adventuring. I like seeing new places. I like exploring. What you're talking about is interesting to me, and I'd like to hear more about this.
So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Twist my arm, why don't you? It'll be good to go adventuring again after all the shenanigans we've been up to doing, icon slaying, thwarting governments, stuff like that. It would be so, relieving, almost like stress reliever, to be able to just do some old-fashioned adventuring. So I like what you're talking about, Arnvold. Right then, let's go and find Master Levier. Actually, leave that to me. I want you fresh for our little adventure. Wait for us by the Aetherite and we'll be along shortly. See you there. Take care. Alright. So we need to meet him by... way on the eastern side of Starfall. Yep. By the 8th, right? There it is. There you two are. Greetings, Atelios. 'Twould seem we are to accompany our involved on some manner of escapade. Escapade? Escape? I don't know. Have you any idea what we've gotten ourselves into? Allow me to explain. It'll be something of a history lesson, but I'll try to be brief. No snoring, if you please. Now, the events I would speak of occurred before the occupation, back when Alamigo was still a monarchy and Theodoric sat at the throne. A uniquely brutal despot, by all accounts. That he was. The King of Ruin suffered no rivals, real or imagined, and his dispute with the monks of the Fist ended with Rolger's Reach being burned to the ground. In the latter years of his rule, he was seized by the unshakable belief that unseen forces were conspiring to steal his crown, and so he ordered that every soul with a claim to the throne be executed, including his own family. The wealth of the poor sods he put to death became the property of the king, and it said that these royal treasures were hoarded somewhere in the palace. Thus was born the legend of the Mad King's Trove. I believe I see the direction our adventure is to take. I assume you have a mind to unearth this hidden bounty. You assume correctly. And would I also be correct in assuming that this legend is widely known? Others must surely have gone in search of your prize, tempting as it seems. Well, of course we won't be the first to make the attempt. Following Alamigo's liberation, more than a few eager soldiers turned the palace upside down in hopes of claiming an easy fortune. But even after scouring every room from dawn till dusk, they uncovered not a single coin. Their gold lust drained away as quickly as it had come, and the legend of the Mad King's Trove remained simply that. A legend. Uh-huh. But I see you have no intention of letting the story end there. What self-respecting adventurer would? Imagine the three of us delving into a decades-old mystery. Tell me the thought doesn't set your heart to racing. I mean, it sounds very interesting. We got a new emote box. Alright. Let's talk to Alpha now. Ooh. I'm level 370, huh? Don't we already have... Yeah, we have 390. So... Alright. The news of Doma and Alamigo's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the Empire. I hear the imperial province of Dalmasca has already taken up in rebellion, which means the Garleans must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Tell us, our involved. Have we any clue as to where we might begin our search? Well, judging by how the other treasure hunters fared, nosing about the palace isn't like to get us anywhere. So we'll probably need to ask around. Would that be another way of saying no? Well, yes. I see. In that case, I shall pay a visit to the Allied Archivist and request access to the records seized from the Imperials. The Garleans are meticulous about such things. If they uncovered the trove during their occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded. In the meantime, the two of you can track down those who worked as palace servants and officials in Theodoric's day. Given that they would have been at least 20 at the time, You'll be looking for people who have seen 40 summers or more. Anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful, so be sure to listen well. Arnvald, pray try your luck in the fringes and the peaks, whilst Atelios makes the rounds in the Alamegan quarter. Ha, and here I was thinking I was the party leader. Not that I mind, of course. Let's be about it, eh? We can meet afterwards at Galbard's Gate. Sure. Alright. The darkness below. Time to go to the Alamegan quarter. And I need to take a drink of my Coca-Cola before it gets horrendously diluted by the ice that I have in my cup. Hello, I would like to do a chocolate porter. Nice. Alright. Alright, middle-aged Highlander. We need 3 people, so let's just talk to everyone. In the palace? No, not me, lad. Surely you've heard stories of the Mad King. He used to hold public executions up on the divine audience. Anyone, and I mean anyone, suspected of conspiring against the crown was flung from the top of those steps. Suffice it to say that I stayed as far away from the palace as possible. Yikes. Oh, what? Dusk till Abaddon. Alright. Mature maid. Oh my god, my little otter. Buddy. You want to hear an old maid's stories, do you? Well, most of what I know from the Mad King is common knowledge. We'd only see his royal majesty when he deigned to attend the executions he'd ordered. And after a while, even watching his enemies die wasn't enough to coax him out of hiding. They say he started seeing assassins in every shadow and wouldn't set foot outside the palace walls. I was offered work there as a royal servant once, but the mere thought of it left me in a cold sweat. All right. Let's see. Where is this last? All right. There we go. I served at the pleasure of King Theodoric and lived to tell the tale. One of the palace guards I was. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter in my life, and one I'd sooner forget. Hardly a night went by when we didn't hear blood-curdling screams echoing from the inner chambers, which, of course, we were under orders to ignore. So we'd stand still as statues, trying not to imagine what horrors were unfolding within. If you're hell's bent on finding out what happened in the palace, head down the street here and ask of Ernold. He was the king's head scribe. Alright. Where is that? Okay. There he is. Hello there. Yes, I'm Arnold. What do you want with me? You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet if Alamigo is to move forward, we must needs acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Very well, I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodoric's paranoia and the public executions of his kinsmen. Those were terrible enough, but in his last days, the king's fevered mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal, which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. And I'm guessing you were one of these unfortunate people? His Majesty ordered the court thaumaturge to unleash a vile curse upon the remaining members of the royal family, a magic which transformed them into fiends of hideous aspect. The resulting monstrosities were then cast into the darkness below the palace. Even now my sleep is troubled by nightmares. If others of Theodoric's blood were prone to share his madness, then mayhap it is a kindness that the monarchy ended with him. Ooh. That's a yikes. Alright, we need to speak with Arvinal. Which is like on the opposite side of this place. Alright. Yeah, I got rid. Okay, so for this outfit, a little bit of like, I really love like talking about my characters because it's so much fun. But oh whoops. But yeah, so Atelios decided to get rid of the coat because coats get caught on things. Coats are bad in the aspect that yeah, they can get caught and are just a hazard, basically. Like you wouldn't want to be like jumping from place to place and then your coat just getting caught and you're stuck there now. And you also wouldn't want the ends of your coat to catch fire and then slowly burn up, you know? So it's like it's in his mind it's like, you know, this is an environmental hazard. Not environmental, but it's a hazard to me, so let's not. I mean, he still would wear them, but just not combat-wise. Like casual wear, yeah, sure, he'd wear his previous outfit. Yeah, that's now his casual outfit. But yeah, for combat and adventuring, no, never again. It also gets really hot, you know, so. Alright, since we are all here, why don't we share what we've learned? Allow me to begin then. As I promised, I scoured the Imperial records for any mention of fantastic treasures, and found precisely none. It is just possible, I suppose, that a corrupt official deliberately hid the fact of the trove's discovery, hoping to enrich himself. But I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for so long. I conclude that our prize either does not exist, or that the Imperials somehow overlooked it. But what of you, Atelios? Were your investigations any more fruitful? I mean, this is what I learned. Turned into monsters? And what could he mean by this darkness beneath the palace, I wonder? I met an old man Alagiri who spoke of the palace's subterranean prison, but he said not of cursed abominations. The Imperial archives were also silent on the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds. Could this scribe fellow have been spinning him a yarn, do you think? Did you believe him, Atelios? His fears seemed genuine. If he was afraid, that does lend credence to the tale, though I'm not sure how that helps us in our search. Do not be so hasty. Ernald's anecdote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden, but ere I share my theory, there is a matter which I would clarify. Arnvald, you spoke of light-hearted adventure, but I sense a deeper motive for this expedition. Why are you so intent on finding this treasure? It wasn't all pretense, I swear it, but you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army, a man of Garlean blood. I trust you know what I mean when I say that my Alamegan mother did not welcome my arrival. Oh. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced that a spot on my skin was an emerging third eye, like the kind you see in pure-blood Garleans. My mother did not care for this taunting reminder of my heritage and took up a knife. Oh. War paint serves to cover the scar. In the end, she turned me out into the street, and I was left to haunt the alleyways of Alamigo, a feral child who got what he needed through begging, cunning, or worse. The best I can say about the years that followed is that I survived, but I hated the animal I'd become. Eventually, I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventuring, and that road led me into the company of the Scions. Oh. I tell you this so that you can understand. I know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. I draw steel on ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. With Theodoric's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. Thank you, Arnvald, and I apologize that cannot have been pleasant to recall, but I felt it best to be clear in our intentions. Well, Atelios, are you content to surrender the treasure to Arnvald's noble cause and claim the thrill of adventure as your reward? Yeah? 100%. Then I should be glad to tell you my theory on the resting place of the Mad King's Trove, if you are minded to hear it. Sure. Alright. The Mad King's Trove. Oh no, is this a dungeon? Actually, mayhap it would be better if we first adjourn to a more suitable location. In case a rival treasure hunter overhears your plans, you mean? Good thinking. That was not exactly the reason, but 'tis certainly a valid concern. Let us reconvene on the southern edge of Loch Seld. No, this is the... Oh no, is this the drowned, like, city of Skalla? I swear. There's no dungeons around here, so maybe not? Maybe not? I hope not. I would rather not do a dungeon so early on. That would be appreciated. Alright, let's leave the Alamegan Quarter. And I'm gonna take a drink of my Coca-Cola before it gets diluted. Alright. Making our way. Oh yeah, also, I unlocked flying. I went around and I just did my Aether Currents and stuff during the break. So yeah. I'll probably go back for like, you know, Yangtze Doma and stuff. But I've completed, I think, all the Aether Currents in this area in Garabania, so I'm good with that. Forgive me, 'twas not my intention to draw out proceedings. I simply wish to have the lock in sight while I explain things. Okay? Prior to the great flood of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry ravines, and thus, believe it or not, was the site of the ancient city of Oh no, it is the drowned city of Skalla. An ancient city of Skalla, which rose and fell during the 5th Astral Era. From what we know of the period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by water. Yet its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of Loch Seld. It is my belief that the darkness beneath the palace mentioned by Theodoric's former scribe, was not a reference to the prison, but to a place still further below, the ruins of Skalla. I further surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kinsmen were cast down there not simply out of a desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodoric wanted to keep the ruins secure. Wait, you're saying they were meant to guard the Mad King's Trove? Precisely. And since we know the court thaumaturge was involved, we can safely assume that any entrance into the old city will have been magically concealed. Which would explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and the gods know how many Alamegans never found a trace of the trove. We, however, have certain advantages which they did not enjoy. Atelios, would you be so good as to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route into the ruins? While you do that, Arnvald and I will seek out an ensorcelled portal within the palace. Alright, I'm going swimming again. Oh boy. Can I not dive here? Oh, there you go. I was like, can I not dive? Alright. So we need to be around here. Oh wait, I can do this. Alright, so we need to search the ruins on the floor. Yeah, right here. The drowned city of Skalla. Ooh, my god, it's so creepy. Like, imagine. Can I please click? Thank you. You discover a passage that appears to lead under the palace foundations. Press on and find out where it goes. I love that option. It's just, hey, you found an entrance of some kind. Yeah, let's just go explore. Like, yeah. Oh, what's this? Stone door. Too far. You come to a worn stone door, standing temptingly ajar. It would appear you have found an entrance into the subterranean ruins. Atelios, it's Alphino. We have searched the prison beneath the palace and found a door concealed by enchantments. Have you aught to report? Yeah, I found this stone door. And you believe it leads into the ruins? Excellent. Then I propose we proceed with our respective entry points and look to meet somewhere in the middle. Oh, come on, lads. We might as well make it a race. Victory goes to the first adventurer to find the treasure. Godspeed. Oh my god, Arvina. Oh, the drowned city of Skalla! Ah! Already we're doing a dungeon. Ugh. Alright, well, you know the drill. I will get back to you guys once we find a party to do the drowned city of Skalla with. Ah! Okay. Oh god, I had to, like, run. I had to run because I set down my headset. One time. I set it down one time. And the cue pops. Oh my god, we're all new babies! What? Yay. The Bowens. Whoops. waited like 20 minutes for the queue to pop. That was the time. Okay, good, I got everyone. Oh, I can't carry any more tombstones? What? No way. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Definitely not. Oh my lord. Lit. Oh, my stone ran out. I'm sad. That was interesting. I was so confused by the Spriggan thing for a little bit. Because I was like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. And then I see like the thing that I dropped because I clicked it on accident. And it was like, and it like exploded or something, and I was like, oh, okay. Ooh boy. Oh no. Oh! That was... That was interesting, needless to say. That's so fucking dumb! Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh, tether buddies. We've done it! Our first dungeon. For post-Stormblood. The Mad King is dead. Ah shit, he's human! No! I'm so sad. Aww. What nice people! I'm actually like so like blessed. They were so nice. I also got the salt and pepper minion. Yeah! Like that thing sells for like a
Oh, bugger it.
Well, hello.
Are you all right?
Nice of you to drop on in. Ah!
Aye. Aye. Everything's still attached.
Ah, it seems both our paths led here. Very good.
I think mine was a little bit less hazardous.
We spent altogether too much time fleeing fiends horrid and numerous. How fared you?
Oh, I mean, same.
Much the same, then. 'Twould appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
There's a lot of shit. Oh, it's all shiny. I'm a sucker for shiny things. It doesn't even have to be money. I just shiny things.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
No, no problem. I genuinely helped you, not for the money, but for the adventure, because, God, it's been a long time since I've actually had an quote-unquote adventure. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. I think that thing's... Dude, I think this thing sells for like a lot. Oh, what is this? Huh. Arnvold and I forged ahead at the fastest pace we could imagine, but I was not surprised to find you waiting for us. I suppose it serves us right for challenging the Warrior of Light. Next time, we should agree on some manner of handicap. We may have lost Alphino, but think of what we found. Quite. I am still reeling at the sight of that mountain of riches. What, like how you reeled at the sight of the floating specter, you mean? You should have heard him scream, Atelios. Oh, I can imagine. Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We found the Mad King's trove, and that's all that matters. Sure. Well, this is it for this episode. In the next episode, we will continue on with our journey through Post-Storm Blood. I will see you then. Take care.